Well, I'm encouraged by hearing the people that I expect to be able to serve with. Alan Poe, running for District 41. I'm running because I'm frustrated with our government. And I believe that we deserve better. Anybody feel that way?
Yeah.
Yes.
Anybody in here gotten cynical about politicians?
No.
Cynical comment right
In the middle of it.
Anybody in here that frustration is too light of a word to describe how you feel about our government? I think the problem we have, one of the problems we have, is that people in this country, the majority of them, do not vote intelligently. They vote emotionally. And that's how come thoughtful, serious people who are capable of coming up with solutions keep losing because we don't appeal to the emotions as well as to the thoughtfulness. Now, I get that. I do a number of things, one of which is I'm a counselor. I work with people constantly who come to me because they've messed their life up. Or some of them, somebody close to them's messed their life up. But most of them, they messed their own life up. And they come to me to fix it. And I refuse to do that. My job is to help them to figure out how to fix it. And one of those tasks is for them to realize emotions are real, but they change. And they don't fix anything. And learn to think past the emotion and act past the emotion. I think that's part of what we're going to have to do in this government if we're ever going to fix any of our problems. And that's what I've heard a lot of tonight. So I am encouraged to hear this. I'm a minister. I work with the Levy Church of Christ in North Little Rock. I'm the family minister because about 25 years ago I looked around and realized the way this country is going, the family is going to fall apart. And I went back to school and I got some training and I was working with a congregation and I worked with them to create a whole new concept of ministry focusing upon families. Families in the congregation, families in the community. And then for a period of years, I went around to other congregations promoting this and helping to try to train people to work with families. And that's why I was brought into Arkansas. God delivered me from Kansas, actually. I was brought here by a church 14 years ago to create the same kind of ministry in North Little Rock that I've created in 2 other states. And so I've been involved with families intensively for 25 years. I've been working as a marriage and family therapist for 22 years. I've been licensed as a counselor in this state for the last 10 years. I've also been in business. I've owned my own business. As of this summer, my wife is starting her own business, and I'm trying to help her with that. She's panicking a little bit as we're looking at the numbers, and I'm like, you know what your income potential is. You can do this. Just assume the first year you're going to lose money. And by the end of the second year, you should make it back. So in the third year, that's when you actually make money. If you look at the statistics from the Small Business Administration, the people that make it, that's what they do. You know, 4 out of 5 new startup businesses go bankrupt in the first 2 years? Statistically. And that's been a constant statistic for over 4 decades. It's because the people did not plan far enough in advance to have that money to get through those first 2 years. These are the kind of things that people need to understand in our government as well as in business. One of the first lessons I ever heard, you're not going to like this, I don't like it, but this is what my dad told me when he was trying to explain government to me when I was about 10 years old. My dad was a lifelong Democrat. His whole family had been Democrats. We were in a state where everybody was Democrats. And I was asking before one of these elections, why are there 2 parties? What's the difference? And he said, well, son, we need Democrats so that they can go out there and spend money and get things done. But if it weren't for the Republicans, and this is a Democrat saying this, he says if it weren't for the Republicans coming along every so often, this country would go bankrupt. We need them because they know business and they can straighten it back out. About a dozen years after he explained that to me, he decided he was a Republican. He has been ever since. And my entire family's converted. As a matter of fact, that state is now converted. And that's what we're in the process of doing here in Arkansas. And I'm glad to be a part of it. And I appreciate you all letting me speak to you. I'll take questions, but I just assume you're not asking. I understand.
He's in a race with a real liberal Democrat. We've got to get out of office. Put Alan in.
I am really excited as I'm talking around Sherwood.
Yes.
Most of the city of Sherwood's in my district, a little bit of North Little Rock, a little bit of Jacksonville, Gravel Ridge, towards Kellogg Acres, if you know that area. I've been meeting people who supported my opponent 4 years ago when he first ran, and they are upset with him. Nobody ran against him 2 years ago, so he's got a lot of money saved up. But I think we may actually catch up with him on the money, the way things are going. But I have yet to find anybody, I'm sure I will, but I've yet to find anybody in my district other than him who plans to vote for him. So I think we're going to do this thing.